one of my favorite black cherry brands is Strolls. So this is Strolls.
I'm more of like a cookies and cream girl, but
Okay.
this hits the spot. It's very good.
See, it's refreshing. It's good, right?
Mm. And I got my fruit on.
See, it's healthy. No, not.
Right. It's healthy.
Right.
You have your milk and your cherries.
Right, your fruit. Okay.
And it's good.
Hey everybody, what up though?
What up though?
Welcome to Clink with
Cam
and Kay. Hey.
Hey.
So we are your hosts, and this is the Clink Sip and Chat edition, where we are big grown and we talk about grown people ish. That's what our chats be about. You guys are like flies on the wall. You get to hear conversations, and today's gonna be like a catch up because even though you guys seen new episodes from us, but we've been off for like 2 weeks.
We've been gone.
We've been gone doing things,
needing a break.
Right.
Sometimes we need a break.
We do. So we how the flow of this show is gonna go. We are gonna have our inspiration, of course, Mike Ham, and then we are gonna just give a short synopsis review on Beverly Hills Cop 4. And then we're just going to go into what we did over the past last 2 weeks. Yeah. So if this is your first time with us, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and watching us. And we hope that you we make a lifelong friend with you.
Yes.
So
yes.
Hope that you enjoy the content. Yes. And just sign up, and thank you for those who have just recently subscribed. Yes. We thank you for your support. We really do.
But I'm really excited about this show because you're going to get a chance to just tap into our lives and see what we're talking about, because we have not talked about what we've done. So you're going to hear it first.
Yeah,
it's going to be totally authentic.
It is. And I don't know if you guys seen the episodes, like was it like a week or two ago, maybe? We were talking about our top 3 ice cream flavors, and I said one of mine was black cherry.
And I've never had black
She's
cherry.
never had it, and so I gave her a little bit to try. So we're gonna do that now. Go ahead
let's see.
I love black cherry, y'all.
We're gonna see if I love it.
Because she thought it was like really tart.
Okay, so I'm going to find me a piece with a actual cherry in it. And I am going to It's good.
See?
See, that's what you have when you have friends, because I would have never.
I love black. This is even though they're not paying us, but one of my favorite black cherry brands is Strolls. So this is Strolls.
I'm more of like a cookies and cream girl, but this hits the spot. It's very good.
See, it's refreshing. It's good, right?
And I got my fruit on.
See, it's healthy. No, not.
Right. It's healthy.
Right.
You have your milk and your cherries.
Right, your fruit.
And it's good. So
inspire us, girl.
I think that just with everything that's going on in the world, I have just been so getting in tune with myself and getting in tune with my surroundings. After the week I had, I'm really inspired to really be present. Be present in every moment, because I realize now that growing old is not something that everybody gets to do. Growing old is actually a privilege. And hopefully as we grow older, we get knowledge and wisdom and see things from older people's or everybody's perspectives. I just think that my inspirational moment is to be present, love people, understand people, be compassionate, be empathetic
That
to.
song. Love God, love people, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And yes, we always get.
Look, every time when she busts out a song, I'm like, I don't know that one.
I heard it before, but I don't know that one. But it
Mhm.
is to love God and to love your neighbor. So my inspiration is just to be loving and to be kind. To people of all ages. Older people can be a trip.
Girl,
They can. Cause baby.
it's because they're older don't mean that they was a trip and a fool when they were younger. They just an older fool. I mean, real
but
talk.
sometimes they are an older fool, but sometimes I'm learning that sometimes they act that way because they're in pain,
Mm.
that they have a lot on their mind, and more than anything, I think they're afraid because they are older and they can't do the
Some just
thing.
nasty. They always have been, but no, I get what you're saying.
They can't do the things that they used to do,
Mm-hmm.
and so you just to be kind and know, like I said, just know that growing old is a privilege.
It is.
And I remember an older person told me years ago, I think my great grandmother or somebody, she was like, one of the kids said, "You old?" And she said, "You better hope you get to be this old,
Mm-hmm.
because some people don't
Mm-hmm.
live past
They
birth.
don't.
Some people die young."
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we take that for granted because we're still here, but we can't take life for granted. We gotta be present, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, and be good to people.
I
And that's my
concur.
inspirational moment.
I concur. Just be good. Just be good to me. Not just me, but to everyone.
Ooh, people always talking about
Come on. You're okay,
reputations,
boss. So you're a user. Okay.
or your user too.
I don't. Didn't we talk about that
I don't
song?
care
Right.
what
Just
you
because that was the one
do
I
to
picked. That's so
them.
stupid. Okay.
Oh, when we do that song thing, I
Yeah.
was listening to something, girl, and I was like, "What?" Oh, but we'll talk about that another
Okay.
time. So that's my inspirational thing. It's just to be good to people, and I don't care. One of the fruits of the spirit is self-control. So even if somebody else is acting a fool or being a complete fool or ass or whatever
That
they're
don't
being,
mean you have
you
to.
ain't got to be with
Okay.
them. Be the
It
light.
takes two. It
Yes.
takes two to like argue.
Yeah. And a fool can't argue by themselves.
They sure can't. If they do, then you looking real cray cray.
Does that mean you a fool too? And with that, I'm gonna eat my ice cream.
Look
Go,
at her,
Lord.
y'all eating that ice cream. Look at her. Look at her.
That
Uh
cherry ice cream.
huh. Black cherry. Black cherry.
Got to get it right. Not red cherry,
Right.
black cherry.
Black cherry. Okay.
It's so
All
good.
right. So that was a good inspirational, encouraging moment. I like that.
Mm.
I really like that.
What? Like that. I like this ice cream.
All right, y'all. So we're going to get into Axel Foley,
Ah.
Beverly Hills Cop 4, which is a Netflix original movie. Yeah, I found it underwhelming.
I did too. It was. I know that we're all older, and I'm not trying to take a dig, but the people in the movie looked really old. It was like,
Girl, what's up with damn Judge Reinhold?
I
I'm like,
don't
what
know.
happened to him?
I don't. They all the sorry. I just got to keep it real. All the Caucasian men look super old. I was like, oh my god! But I have to remember they were like 50 when it came out.
Shut up, they were.
Well, I don't know, but
maybe Taggart.
I don't know, girl, because I was like, yeah, they gave them a good check.
Yeah,
It was underwhelming. It was like no wow factor for me.
it to me it just the thing that consistent to me when I after I watched it, I was like it just fell flat for me. It just fell flat.
I, I was underwhelmed with the acting of the daughter. She was kind
Where
of,
and I've seen her. I was gonna look her up, but I was like, why?
she was really standoffish, and I didn't feel the emotion. I mean, not that she had to cry, but she was like too hardcore. And I think
I
that,
mean, I think that was the direction that she chose, given the fact that I guess of their
I was underwhelmed.
relationship.
Yeah, I was, and not just, just the whole like thing was underwhelming. The fighting, it just wasn't a lot of great stunt coordination. And I understand he's older, but that's what body doubles are for.
It made me appreciate 3 more, and that's saying something. And you already
Yeah,
know how 3 was with Wally World.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
should have stopped at 3, but
Get that check.
I mean,
And
yeah,
then
I
Eddie
was just
made
underwhelmed. I was just really
And then
underwhelmed.
Eddie made the reference. I'm on some, yeah, because he made reference that my hair is still black. We know you color your hair. You older. Stop it. Stop it. If you do, I would need to just know. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice seeing what's his face. I really like him. He really is a good
Who?
actor. Shit.
Who?
The third Rock from the Sun guy.
Who?
The one that was helping them, the white boy. Gordon Levitt.
Who?
Oh my God, y'all know who I'm talking about. The
No,
guy
I
that
know. I
played.
know.
Yeah, yeah. Him. I forgot his name, but
I
I
just
like
got caught up
him.
in me in the aisle. Like, who? Okay. Yeah.
I like
I did
him.
like him too. I just wish they would have had a little more sprinkling of like maybe she did have a love interest, but he was kind of it was just kind of like you said, it just fell flat. It was just
It
kind
was a
of it was
little
kind of
flat. It was
boring.
a
It
little
was kind
flat.
of like
But with and I knew it was gonna be like that because with Netflix originals, it's a hit and miss.
miss.
Now their series be bomb.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Oh,
I
I'm
think
dating myself. Bomb. People say bomb anymore.
people say bomb, sure,
Okay.
because growing older is a privilege,
Yeah. But but
and that's no cap,
yeah.
homie.
But yeah, it just yeah,
It just was lacking something, and I don't
it
know
just fell flat.
exactly what.
It just fell a little flat for me.
Yeah, it was like if you got
Um,
up and went to the bathroom, you didn't come back and be like, "What happened?" You just came back and was like, "Oh,
it's like what I would say. It's like one of those movies you put on in the background when you're doing something else.
something else." Mhm.
Hmm.
And then you kind of just make yourself watch it because it's part 4.
Yeah, for nostalgic
Yeah,
sake.
because you,
Sake.
yeah, because
Yeah.
that what they did do a good job with the soundtrack because they used like almost all the uh music from all the previous ones, so it made it a little.
But
That's the only thing that kind of brought it, you know.
I see, and I didn't really like that part. I'm like that's keeping it dated.
Yeah, but
You trying to find some?
but for older people like my mom
Hmm.
and from that, you know, they yeah. Okay, so that's what we think about Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah, I
Hi,
mean,
Eddie.
watch it. Watch it if you want to, for nostalgia's sake.
Well, I think
Um,
you should watch 1, 2, 3, and 4 all at the same time, and then that way,
oh,
just do a whole
oh,
marathon.
that's doing a
Well,
lot.
or we're trying to help those ratings, yeah. So, Beverly Hills Cop 4
Yay! All right,
cliff cliffhanger, Matt.
all right. So okay, so again, as we mentioned at the top of the show, we were off for a good
Yes,
2 weeks.
yes,
My sis here went to the DR.
yes.
I went to see family in Ohio.
And I'm from Ohio. No, but the good thing is we both went to see family, and
Yeah.
I have so much more respect for my family because I did get to spend time with them, um, in a not so conventional way, just to relax and go through the day to day and have conversations that kind of like needed to be had. Um, yeah, but the trip was beautiful. I got to see my niece and nephew who live in another state and my sister and also her the children's other side of the family was there. So that was cool because they had the grandmother in one condo right across the hall. They had
Hmm.
the other grandma and her sisters and it was a lot of fun. And
And how many days did y'all stay?
5 we got there Sunday and we came back Saturday, 6 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How was the
Mhm.
weather out there?
It was hot, but the thing I learned a lot about ecosystems because it was hot and then it rained, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And people are like, it's raining. It has to rain in order for it to cool off. If it don't rain,
Yes,
it
and
usually
like
be
a lot
like,
of
ah,
those Caribbean places too, when it rains, like immediately the sun is like out like that. Cause that's how San Juan is. Like they're like just wait a few minutes, and then it's like because I was out there one time when it got, I frequent San Juan. I should frequent it like at least like once a
Mm-hmm.
year. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And before the hurricane, they had the hurricane. And it was like raining, and the locals were like, "Oh, just it'll be
Shoot,
back sunny,"
you
and it
almost.
was.
If it wasn't for the thunder or lightning, I would have
Oh,
ran
thunder and lightning
outside.
too.
It did thunder
Oh,
and
like
lightning
a
because we were right
okay.
off the ocean. But what I found is with all these hurricanes, it was the prequel for the hurricanes, probably because it
Mm.
was some thunder and then lightning. But I slept so
It's like
good.
thunder,
Lightning,
lightning.
something.
The way you
Da-da-da.
move is
Oh,
frightening.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
knock,
knock
knock, knock,
on wood.
baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. But it was like, but the my highlight was I would walk to the store in the mornings while everybody was asleep and get groceries. I walk, with my sister, with my
Mhm.
nephew, getting, fresh fruit, and I get it and cut it up and take it to the beach, and we sit at the beach all day
Mhm.
and drink water, and they had like a restaurant on the beach,
Mhm.
and just to walk down with my nephew on the boardwalk and on the beach and just make memories with him and my niece. It was just phenomenal. We played that silly game, pick up sticks, so they learn how to play pick up sticks. Girl, honey, I
Funny
took it back.
question. My mom bought pickup sticks for this the fourth. So we don't, even though we don't celebrate
Celebrate it,
it,
right?
but we do cook. It's a day
You
off for a
do
lot of
family
people.
stuff.
Yeah. So my mom, she got like old school games to introduce like to my cousins' kids and everything.
Yep, that's
And
what
one
I
of the
did.
things was pickup sticks.
Pick up sticks, jacks.
My mom, she got the jacks too
I
and the
got
jump
some
rope.
too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And because kids don't go outside like they used to, and they
They
need
don't.
to learn is something other than just the computer.
Hmm.
We have to teach them, you know, technology is great, but sometimes you got to go old school, which is really isn't even old school. Sometimes you just got to get back to basics, which is a
Hmm.
good thing because, my niece was like, wow, jacks, wow, pickup sticks. And what those games do is they make you think and they make you
Yes.
focus. And when you're doing pickup sticks, one thing can't touch the other. So it's like,
My brother and I used to have so much fun with pickup sticks because my mother, she didn't, I don't know what kind she got. It was like plastic, but they like the pickup sticks that we played with. They were long and they were wooden.
that's the ones I got.
Oh,
Yep.
in the
Uh,
canister.
yep.
Hmm.
Well, they didn't give me the canister. They came in like a felt thing,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was fun. And then just I learned how to tire my nephew out because he would get up every morning the first
Had a lot
two
of
days,
energy.
6 o'clock. And
And how
I
old is he
needed
again? I think he's
he's
the same.
5.
Same as okay.
And I was like, I need a moment because my mother is older.
Hmm.
And so I was getting up. My sister works a lot. So she was trying to sleep in because she works 12-hour shifts. And so, with that being said, I got up. I was cooking breakfast. I thought I didn't think I was Martha Stewart. Well, I was Cameron, but
Yes.
I made French toast, bacon. But the thing is, their meats were so fresh. Their food was so fresh. My mother was like, "What they do? Go kill the pig in the backyard and bring it over
A
here?"
lot
It
of
was everything
countries other than the United States,
because they don't have
the
all those
meat is yes,
preservatives.
it's fresh. You can really taste the difference.
So when you buy the meat, usually you get it like fresh, or they'll freeze it immediately. They'll, do whatever. They don't process things the way we process
Hmm.
things, and you could totally taste the difference in the
Hmm.
food.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, was there like a memorable moment that stood out? Did something happen during on the trip?
Clarity.
Mm.
Um, we had a family moment because again, sometimes people assume things
Hmm.
and you just gotta lay it all down sometimes and
Set
just
the record straight.
say what needs to be said. I think in a lot of times with families, it's hushed. It's like you want to say something, but you don't want to say anything because you don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
But you can say things respectfully
Hmm.
in love, and sometimes it might be a voice might get raised. You might get a little tear here, but we need clarity.
Oh wow, y'all
And we
had like a
need
come
to,
to Jesus
honey,
moment on the trip.
we had a come to Jesus on the cross and then he rose again on the third day moment. But it was necessary
Hmm.
because what happens is sometimes people just don't say things. And so we talked about things and got clarity. And just like my mother, we come from that generation where children should be seen and not
Not
heard,
heard.
and I said this and that.
Because
And
I said so.
no, and it's like,
Yeah.
Mom, no, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say what you want to say because I'm an adult, and it is true that the roles do change
It does.
when they get older. Because my mother, she had her come to Jesus moment that she has cataracts. I've been driving her around for what, the last 6, 7 months, because she has had visually impaired, which I don't mind doing.
Mm-hmm.
But before we left, we found out she had cataracts. And I'm like, lady, get the surgery. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to her being afraid because, that's something else for you to have something
Mm-hmm.
done to your eye. And, she was like, well, my mother didn't have cataract. You're not your mother. You're
My
you.
granddaddy he got the surgery. It was fine.
Yeah, you just get it done and
Mm-hmm.
get it over with. But when she's ready, we going to the doctor. I'm gonna hold her now because you will
Strap it
see.
down.
Yeah. So we had a good time. Traveling wasn't no joke. It was easy breezy getting there, but getting back it was
Mm-hmm.
a little arduous because Atlanta Airport was understaffed.
Cannot stand the Atlanta airport.
Yes.
It is so big and just ugh.
And they didn't have the wheelchair service that they should have with Delta
Mm.
Airlines. I said it.
Mm.
And so I had to end up pushing my mother. I was like, I did, I'm not getting paid for this. No. Uh, but it was very humbling with that too, because those people work hard, and you see people do things and you take it for granted.
Yeah.
So, but overall, the trip was wonderful. Everybody had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We gained love, understanding, and I think the best part of the trip was the days at the beach when we could just
Okay.
sit there and relax, and to see my mother just take it all in and enjoy herself, and be around the children and everybody just loving on each other from both sides of the family. Just
Aw.
just a love fest.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your DR trip, Dominican Republic, yeah,
Yes,
DR.
Punta Cana, Dominican Republica. It was
So
a
it
wonderful
was good.
time.
That's
It
good. I'm
was.
glad. I'm
But
glad.
it ain't about where you at, it's who you with. And if I get some cash, I think I'm gonna get a condo down there.
Okay.
Because
You mean
they're
when you get yeah.
yeah, when.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked about that too. We had great times. They had nice flea markets. But one thing I'm learning with traveling, they got the same stuff everywhere. Lord, it's not like it used to be. Like when we were kids, you go places and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I got this from. Yeah, it's the same exact Jamaica bag and Punta Cana and Dominican
Well,
and
that's
everything else.
because a lot of people, like when you travel, if you want something unique, you have to go where the locals go, not just the tourist spots. 'Cause
Mhm.
that's when you find something different.
We went to the flea market, but it was
Mm-hmm.
just a lot of redundant, because it's like a money grab. Everybody's just trying to make
Mm-hmm.
their money. Oh, girl! But the one disappointing part was
Oh, wow.
I took me some braiding hair because I bought it, and I said, I'm gonna get my hair braided. Girl, why I get down there and she was like 160. I said 160 what? She was like American. So my sister and I schooled her, and we told her nobody's gonna come down here and pay you that because that's what we pay at home. You need
Mm-hmm.
to get lower on your prices. You can make your money because one of our dollars was 59 of their dollars.
Right, 'cause our stuff is so much. So you trying to tell me
You want me to pay? I'm not trying to
American?
pay your whole rent for the next 2 years. So
Not 2 years. We're
it was
only
a lot.
160.
Um, but it was like I was like, no. I said if she would have said 50, I would have paid her that.
Mm.
But now if you tell me 160, it better be some braces from here to there,
Girl,
down
it
to my
better be
jump rope
damn
hair.
near on Willy Wonka's scale because he had that
That
everlasting gobstopper, so it must be
it
the
better be a
everlasting hair braiding style. The
it
hell?
better be a Tazillion. So after we had our moment with them, I blessed the lady and gave her the hair that I brought to get my hair braided so she could use that hair and make her some money.
Okay.
So she was very thankful. I mean, I had a good trip
Mm-hmm.
because it's about making a difference. And then we did tip the people well because like we had an Uber ride that was $2, and it was like
$2.
$2, and we were like far, like 15 miles away. So I was like $1 a mile. So we blessed the people there, but she wasn't getting no $160 for no hairstyle. Now when I can go get my hair done
Right.
here for less than that, no.
Okay.
Or I'll do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So it was a beautiful moment of yeah.
right. All right. So I went I went to the suburb of Columbus, which is Dublin, on what was that? It was the day before Juneteenth, the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
On it's a Tuesday because we came back Thursday, my mom and I. So we drove down there. It is I like the drive. It's a easy 3 hours.
I know I'm from Columbus,
Yeah,
so
it's a easy
if
three. I was like, oh,
if I was
okay.
home, I'd be like, I'm going because I go see my grandma, and we have relatives in Dublin,
Yeah,
Grove,
and
Port.
yeah. So like I said, my mother and I, we went because my brother stays there. My brother, sister-in-law, and my nephew. So my sister-in-law, my nephew, they were gearing up to go to Japan. She's Japanese, to go to Japan for like a good 6 weeks. That's what they do. She can see her other side of her family, and Bo can spend time with
And honey, if you
his
and
family.
honey, if you're traveling that far, you need to stay that
Oh,
long because
girl,
honey, that's
hello.
some days.
Yes. So we just wanted just to spend some time, with them before they left. And we always, just like we always do, we had a good time. And, because it's just the three of them, um, they only have 2 bedrooms. So mom, well, we didn't decide like who was gonna sleep on a couch and who was gonna sleep in Bo's room with him. So we was like, so my sister in law, she said, Bo, who do you want to sleep with tonight? He was like, Auntie Lonnie. I was like, and so they was like, you gotta watch it, because he, sleep wild. My mom said one time she had like his foot like almost by her mouth, so but he slept like he was on his side, on my side. He was just fine with me. He was
See,
just
he
fine
knew
with his
that
Auntie Lonnie.
my nephew slept with me too. We yeah.
Hmm.
We had a good accommodations too because we didn't go to an all inclusive. We had a condo,
Mm.
and so we had 3 bedrooms with 3 king size beds, and everybody had their own bathroom.
Okay.
And the kids, they were like, "I want to sleep with my mama," so I had my own bed. I was like, "Go on in there with your mama,
Right.
then. Go on in."
Yeah. So we always we get together. It was just more so like a just a chill um little getaway, because we didn't like go to like
So you
any
think?
attractions or anything.
So you think you're gonna go back and hang out
Oh
with your
yeah.
brother while they still gone? Some of y'all might need a
Mm,
brother sister trip.
right. No, my brother, I think he just left yesterday to go out there. So he
Oh,
he
he's
he,
going to
he
Japan
always
too.
joined them like a little bit later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he left yesterday, I believe.
Okay.
So
House party. We going to
right.
Ohio to Dublin. I'm just playing.
Right. So, again, it was needed, even though it was
Hmm.
like it was a few days, but it was just needed just to get. I was like, I needed this just to get away. And like their apartment complex is really nice. They have water on the property, it's just,
Just to see something different.
yeah, see something, and just to be out of your own element sometimes, just to escape it sometimes. It's what we need.
And then it also, I was totally good being in close quarters with my family like that.
Hmm.
First you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna be here, and oh my god, but I actually miss it. It was fun to be in close quarters and also just to watch my mom and
Hmm.
just see how her days go and her time and just paying really close attention. And I was glad my sister was there too, so she could see it. We just need to,
Yeah.
coordinate or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what's up.
And
How'd your mom feel? She was all excited to see. Well,
of course, she her grandson, yeah, she always. So for those who don't know and this about me, I am very picky when it comes to food. Okay. I
mm,
really wish I was more adventurous in trying things at least just once when it comes to food, but I am not. If I don't like the way it look, smell, or the name of it, chances are I'm not going to try it.
well, you ain't gonna try no pig's feet, huh?
I've had that before.
I had that once. And it's so. Ugh. Did you
I,
like it?
I've had it when my grandmother gave it to me because she used to always pick fix pig feet, pigtails. Um, the first time I had, I was like 8, so I liked it, but you could not get me to eat that mess. Now, but so we went to my brother and I wanted to take us to this Filipino restaurant
Mm-hmm.
because my brother and sister in law, they're totally foodies. They would try and eat anything, you know. So it was like a brunch,
Mm-hmm.
but when we went, it was in the middle of the week. They said they only do brunch on the weekends,
Mm-hmm.
like most places. So, they're kind of disappointed because they, you
Wanted to
know,
eat.
right, they wanted mom and, to really try to brunch. So we just stayed anyway. And I ventured out and tried something
And what
new.
was the name of it?
um, it was like a Filipino Adobe. I hope I'm saying this right. Adobe ribs.
Oh.
It was good. My mother had the skewer barbecue ribs. I enjoy that a little bit more because she gave me a piece of because it had like the actual sauce. This one is like it was cooked in the adobe sauce. It's not it wasn't like barbecue sauce, but it
Mm-hmm.
was still good. The meat was very seasoned, and it came with rice, of
Yeah,
course.
they season their food.
Yeah, so yeah, I was like, okay, I did something. Um, so and it just spending time with my again my family because again we didn't go nowhere. My brother was still had to work, so he was like he was working. So we went out on was that Juneteenth,
Mm-hmm.
and we went out to dinner to this one spot, and I don't know why, but like my stomach was just like hurting. I'm like, what the heck? So at the same time, we know that the pop up concert was there because I didn't even know because Amazon sent me a notification.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my phone and my earbuds with me, while we at the table, this periodically just looking at it and stuff. But my stomach was kind of like hurting me. I was like, okay, I got to get back to the spot, So they still
I
need to
need a
go.
real bathroom.
Right. My brother look like you look like you need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, how you know? He was
Because
like,
I
you just
know
like
you.
you got that look.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I do. I said, I don't know what happened. So they dropped me off, after we ate. And but first of all, when we was waiting for the table,
Mm-hmm.
my nephew, he just so he's really cute. If I know I'm biased, but he's cute. So with his curly hair and everything. So when we went in, it was like this white guy just looking at my nephew, just like, and I'm like, get away, you
Weirdo.
pedo! Like, what the
Right.
hell are you looking at? I was like, it just this really this looking like you never seen somebody that was anyway.
You ain't seen no little boy this fine.
Right.
I don't know, girl. Oh, I gotta go ahead.
So they dropped me off, and so they went to like Target or something like that. And I came home. I did what I had to do,
Handle your business.
handle my business. Then I got in the shower. I still had the pop out concert on, and then like at this point, Kendrick was coming. I was just all in, and they came back. And and then the next day we went to see my nephew gets swimming lessons. So it was like his last class, before they went to Japan.
Okay.
And we saw sat in his swimming lesson class. Cause my nephew is, oh my god, he's 6.
Okay.
He's 6, and he just turned 6. So he did his thing. Every time he would do his. It was his turn to do it because it was like he was in there with other little kids. He would look over at us and we were like, "Hey," just encouraging him and stuff.
Yes.
But overall, I had a very chill week that week.
That's what's up.
Um, I came back, to work on Monday, and I'm only telling this because for a reason. Because I get approached all the time, down there all the time, down there every day if I go somewhere. That's just the way that is. You know how that is. So so I'm picking up my lunch. I normally do not go to McDonald's for lunch, but I just happened to go to McDonald's that particular day. Long story short, I'm waiting for my food, and this guy like approaches me. And normally, I do like I just don't want to be bothered a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
But he came correct. He complimented. I had on a summer dress with spaghetti straps. Um, he complimented me on my hair and my dress, and he was very respectful with it, especially coming from a black guy. Cause like I'm like, oh, he earned the conversation.
Mm-hmm. He earned it,
He earned the
honey.
conversation. So I did.
Yes.
Normally, I know y'all. Normally, I don't. 'Cause he asked for the number, but I was like, I'll get your number. So he gave me, his,
Mm-hmm.
and I did reach out and everything. So again, I only say that because fellas,
Fellas.
go for what you want. Go for what you want.
Yep.
You never know.
You never
Because
know.
I told him like when we talked, I was like, I said, you called me on a good day. I said,
Cause baby.
right. I said you came correct and you caught me on a good day. But yeah, I thought that was just really really funny and
Well, I'm
out of
glad that
character.
it's summer, honey.
It's summertime. I'm out
Time to build up that
here.
roster.
Hello. Oh,
Hmm. I mean, it's just to develop friendships
exactly.
because
Friendships.
friend just to develop friendships so you can I am I say be a serial dater because sisters,
Oh
sister
yeah.
girls
But be
have
upfront with
fun.
people.
Tell them that you want to date other
Be
people
upfront with
and
people.
don't try to get booed up quickly.
That
I don't care.
part.
Just have fun.
Just have fun.
Enjoy yourself.
Let's have fun, honey, because I am.
I was just telling my one little sister girl too. I talked to her. I said she had talked to a guy and she's like, it's a red flag because he didn't. I said, honey, you've had 3 conversations. It ain't no red flags yet.
Because he didn't what?
Because he didn't call back. Because you just be expecting them to call. It's like water off of a duck's back. If he don't
They're
call
right, they don't call. Okay, it's like
and move on. That's what you got a
next.
whole life for.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
got stuff because between me and her, honey, we got so much stuff to do. We ain't got time.
yeah,
So fun things.
yeah. All right. If there's anything else you wanted to say about your trip, are you
And then I
good?
was just gonna say, we had a kind of weirdo situation with a guy who was like, "Oh, I'll." Told my I went to did something. They said he was like, "Oh, I'll take him to the we're on the beach. I'll take him to the water for you. He don't need nobody to take him to the water. We
What
straight."
a total stranger? Like, and who
Yes,
are?
talking about he going through a divorce. He been drown somebody. Ain't no wade in the water over here. Better go with that.
Right, start getting a flashback, thinking about his wife and shit. Like, oh my god, my hands. I don't know why it's around your throat.
Girl,
Okay.
he don't understand. I don't play.
I know that's right.
I'd have been like, I feel it in my I do not
Yeah,
play.
I don't play when it comes to my
Um,
family and friends. Honey.
yeah, a couple. We had a good trip, like I said. Yeah, a couple. People got a little one. Yeah, it was good. It was
So
good.
that's what happened to us, y'all, during our break.
We enjoyed our families.
Yeah, and enjoy your family. If you can, you have family that's like in other states or something, go ahead and visit them. Get
Yeah,
out.
and
Go somewhere.
remember, nobody's perfect. If you have an issue with somebody, talk about it. Try to get them one on one. Talk to them by themselves. And if they're not ready to talk about it, you can't force the issue. Circle back around and try to get
Hmm.
things resolved before you part ways because life is life. And hey, have the conversation. But if you can't get it resolved, love them anyway and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay.
So with
All
that
right.
being
So
said,
go ahead and feel free, y'all. The free way to support us, just like this video. Just like it. You don't
share,
do nothing else. Just like
subscribe.
it. Okay. And then we do want you to subscribe because we're at 121 now. So we are on our journey to having 200 subscribers, phase one.
Yes.
And once we hit the 200, we are going to have a nice little giveaway. Okay.
And Cameron has finally figured out how to download stuff again. I've been out of the loop for a while, but you will
Mhm.
have new content coming from Kim.
All right. So, everybody, thank you for
Thank you for joining
watching us
us.
here on
Clink.
Clink.
And now I'm in love with black cherry ice cream. See
See.
you. Bye.
Bye.